Hey guys, welcome back to Ushurmiya family murder case. I guess that's what I'm going to call it now. Last episode, Maria was a little bit weird, a little bit creepy for my liking. The past two episodes, we had a problem with the mic. It was clipping a bit, and I'm hoping it's fixed now, but only time will tell. So, after the whole discussion, I still have no clues as to who the suspect may be. There's so many suspects right now. There's Eva and Hideyoshi. There's Genji Cannon. And there could be some siblings that died that are still alive. Well, for example, Kinzo, who spoke so nicely with Natsuhi this morning, might be actually someone in disguise. The real Kinzo might be dead and buried with all the other corpses in the storage house. Maybe, for example, Rudolph could have impersonated him. Maybe Rudolph, maybe Goda, but I don't think Goda is alive. I think those that are definitely dead are Cross and Shannon. So we left off with Maria being all creepy, and let's read, I guess. Lunch had ended, and the servants had removed the tableware and were now in the kitchen. The wind and rain had neither weakened nor strengthened, and the island remained cut from the outside world. It seems that, at first, Natsuhi had planned not to let anyone set one foot outside the room, but when it came time to prepare lunch, she finally realized that this was impossible. However, in order to avoid having anyone alone in the kitchen, she told 3 servants to go together. Because of that, the servants were the first ones given the right to leave the stuffy parlor, which had been packed with 11 people. Since breakfast had immediately followed that terrible incident, and many of them hadn't eaten much, everyone tore into their lunches in silence.
私が洗いますから、源氏さんとカノン君は少し休んでいてくださいな。
Yeah, I'm thinking that Genji and Cannon might be accomplices or the culprits.
何か飲みます？
私は結構。
If they are, they can. I think there are multiple culprits, and maybe Eva and Hideyoshi are together as well with Genji and Cannon.
カノンは
僕も結構です。
お二人とも早朝から大変だったでしょう。参ってしまうのも仕方ないことですよ。
My line of thinking goes back to last night. Eva left way too quickly. I don't know much about her, but I know that she's fiercely competitive about the Kinzo inheritance issue. And she left. There's no way she left. I'm sorry. The fact that Genji can vouch for them and Genji was with Cannon last night makes me realize that the 4 of them might have worked together. The only sound was that of Kumasawa washing the dishes, which resounded throughout the kitchen. Genji and Cannon sat in some chairs a short distance away, their eyes lightly closed. Just as Kumasawa had said, those two had probably built up a great deal of fatigue. That didn't mean that they couldn't let it show in front of their relatives. Avoiding that was the only one of their virtues. After the silence had continued for some time, Cannon opened his mouth and muttered,
シャナン、どうしてあんなひどい死に方を。
Shannon was supposed to be in the guest house. She wasn't mentioned because of George. Maybe Cannon is regretting that he had to kill Shannon. along with the others. So I don't think Shannon was involved. So if she had stayed in the guest house, she wouldn't have died. So yeah, she only died because she was in a mansion. If she wasn't the one to die, then Kinzo would have been there instead of Shannon. So because they needed 6 victims at first, Shannon was chosen instead of Kinzo, and someone had to impersonate Kinzo this morning, even though I think he's already dead. And one of the siblings might still be alive. Or maybe multiple siblings might still be alive. Because I think if this is an elaborate plan, it might be that every one of the siblings is involved, and the only ones that died really were Shannon, Cross, and Goda. The others might possibly be still alive. Just an elaborate way of getting rid of Cross. I don't know, maybe.
死に方のことは忘れなさい。
Or perhaps not, because I think the culprit intends to continue murdering people. If their goal was only Cross, then it doesn't make much sense, right?
ただ運がなかっただけだ。
そうですね。ただ運がなかっただけです。
See, man? Their words are confirming that they were involved. Bad luck that she was in the mansion and they were. Shit, man. I think this is it. Eva, Hideyoshi, Genji, and Kanon. They both fell silent once again. Kanon's expression was filled with grief.
シャノンちゃんが死んじゃったなんて未だに信じられませんよ。本当にかわいそうに。もう会えないなんて嘘みたいですよ。もう一度あの子の笑顔が見たかったのに。
Kumasawa spoke with her back facing them. Kumasawa hadn't seen Shannon's corpse, so she had no trouble mentioning Shannon's face. When Kanon heard those words, it reminded him again of how only half of Shannon's face had been left, and his grieving expression twisted him further. Yeah,
どうしてベアトリーチェ様はシャノンを。
Shit. All of them are blaming on Beatrice, but as I said before, I think the culprit is only using the legend of Beatrice to cover up everything.
生贄が欲しかったなら他にも大勢いただろうに。
Shit.
どうして
As I said before, I think Kanon is involved and is now complaining that Shannon was killed. So I think he's going to get killed later on as well by the culprit.
ただ運が悪かっただけだ。
See, Genji is chaining him back. Only
少
bad
しの運
luck.
がたがえばシャノンの代わりにあそこに横たわっていた
I'm interpreting their words
私だっ
differently.
たのかもしれないし
I'm not
お
taking them
前だ
at
ったのかもしれない。
I'm not taking them at face value. I think that what Genji is saying here, that she was supposed to be in the guest house, but she was in a mansion, so she was unlucky. That we had to kill her because she saw us committing the murder in the dining hall.
あるいは他の誰かだったのかもしれない。全ては運命だ。
源氏様、奥様の部屋の扉に血のような跡がついていたとおっしゃっていましたね。シャッターに書かれていたのと同じもので。
うん、 気味の悪い跡だった。まるで血のついた指でドアノブを引き抜こうとするかのような部屋。扉をかき破ろうとしたのか。
We need to remove Eva's gloves to see if it wasn't Eva who did that.
そんな気味の悪い跡だった。
ベアトリーチェ様が奥様の部屋を訪れて、そして扉を開こうとしたけれど開けなかったということでしょうか。
It's because of the charm Jessica gave. Since the culprit wants to maintain the illusion that they are a witch, they can't kill Natsuhi. Maybe that's because... Oh, I see. They couldn't kill Natsuhi because of the charm, so Shannon was targeted instead. So maybe Shannon didn't even see. I think Natsuhi was one of the targets, since she was close to Cross as his wife. But they couldn't enter it because of the scorpion charm that Jessica gave her mother. But then the story gets weird. Oh, because Jessica would complain. Because Maria was said, oh, Beatrice killed them. And then Jessica could counteract with, oh no, my mother had the scorpion charm. Beatrice couldn't have killed her, causing a mistake in the culprit's logic. So basically, it goes like this. They saw the scorpion charm, and to maintain the illusion, they killed Shannon instead. And then with bloodstain, with the fingers, they clawed at the door. I think it's Eva. Could be that either Shannon or Goda could have been still alive. Maybe Goda, so they could pin the blame on him because of the key. Or Shannon, because she wasn't mentioned. But since Natsuhi had the scorpion charm that literally killed any possibility. The culprit knows Maria, and knows that she knows black magic. Could be Eva, could be Rosa, actually. As I said before, maybe all the siblings other than Cross are still alive. And Rosa could be the one giving information to the rest. Genji thought back to the time he had seen those traces of blood on the door to Natsuhi's room, with the substance sticking out the door around the doorknob, the marks of something scratching against the door. It had definitely appeared as though someone had tried to open the door, but couldn't.
どうして奥様は生贄を免れたんだ。もし奥様が選ばれてたなら、シャノンは死ななくて済んだのに。
I'm sorry, I like Natsuhi more than Shannon. Fuck Shannon. Natsuhi is right now best girl. Shannon is... I don't know. I don't like her trope. I don't like the trope that she represents. Just then, a loud sharp noise resounded from the hall. I'm glad that Natsuhi's alive. If Shannon were to be alive, I would be very mad instead of Natsuhi. Just then, a loud sharp noise resounded from the hall. Both of them turned around, surprised.
面白そうな話じゃねえか。
Ooh. Show me a battler. Coming in like the main character he is. Fucking amazing.
俺も混ぜてくれよ。
Oh, fuck yes. Come on, battler. Butler was standing in the door to the kitchen.
バトラ様、これは失礼いたしました。
Man, I'm so suspecting Kennen right now. Genji-san and Kennen-kun stood up, surprised, and hastily bowed. But I didn't care about stuff like that. I was more concerned with continuing that discussion.
便所って言って抜けさせてもらったのさ。ずっとあの部屋に閉じ込められてると窒息しちまいそうだったからな。水でも飲ませてもらおうかと思ったら面白そうな話が聞こえてきたんだよ。
Oh my god, look at his sprite.
頭なんか下げなくていいぜ。今の話の続きを聞かせてくれよ。
今のは別に。
ちょいと前から話は聞かせてもらってるんだ。今さら隠すなよ。だから単刀直入に聞くさ。ベアトリーチェってのは何者だ。どうやらおとぎ話の魔女ってだけじゃなさそうだな。
Kennen-kun averted his gaze. It was obvious that he didn't want to talk about this, which only made me want to ask even more. While making an effort to smile, I grabbed the collar of his shirt. Okay, grab his neck and...
夕べまでなら俺は無関係さ。
Man, there's so many culprits, if what my theory said is true. There are at least four culprits.
だがな、今朝からは違う。親父たちを殺された時点で俺は立派な関係者だ。俺にもそのうさんくさそうな話を聞かせてもらう資格があるはずだぜ。
I glared into Kennen-kun's eyes as he continued to look away in apparent pain. Since there was a big difference in our heights, Kennen-kun had to stand on his toes, and it looked like it hurt a bit.
バトラさん、手を離してやってくださいな。別にカノンさんは隠しているわけではないのです。
じゃあ話してくれたっていいじゃねえか。仲間外れたら寂しいぜ。
When I tried to further twist up his collar, Genji-san cut between us and spoke. There was a slight sense of resignation on his face. It looked like he didn't plan on hiding anything.
お話しすることはできます。ただバトラ様がお気を悪くなされるかもしれませんので。
躊躇なんて男らしくねえぜ。内緒にされる方が気持ち悪いさ。聞かせてくれよ。どうせ明日までできることはないんだ。多少はうさんくさい話の方が退屈も紛れるってもんだぜ。
After Genji-san and Kennen-kun looked at each other, they nodded as though they decided to talk. Battler, I would be suspicious of both of them right now. Eva tried to deflect a lot last episode, and I almost believed her, but right now I'm thinking that the four of them are involved in some. So take whatever they tell you with a grain of salt. They might be trying to deflect and misdirect.
わかりました。何でもお聞きください。お話しします。
Everything they will speak about will have the double meaning, I think. You need to look deeper into their conversation about the legend and stuff. So yeah. Be careful, Battler. It's gonna be hard.
ああ。じゃあ聞くぜ。ベアトリーチェってのは一体何なんだ。
They're going to deflect a lot.
俺が知ってる限りでは露見島の森に住まう魔女ってことになってる。森に入ると危ないからってんで、ばあ様あたりが作り出した脅し話だって聞いてる。違うのか。
いえ、違いません。その通りです。ベアトリーチェ様は六軒島の森に住まわれる魔女であらせられます。
バトラ様、にわかには信じられないでしょうが、ベアトリーチェ様は存在するのです。親方様に莫大な黄金を授け、長いことおそばにお仕えした実在する方なのです。
Even if this person exists or existed, you can't be sure that the Beatrice they're speaking about is the Beatrice that's committing the murders, because I think it's one of the siblings.
はあよせやいよせやい。じい様の受け売りを言うのも給料のうちだってのか？
I laughed like it was a joke, but neither Genji-san nor Karna-kun laughed. Not even Kumasawa-bachan, who avoided my eyes, flustered and started washing out the utensils. So unfortunately, I was the only one laughing. Painfully, bitterly.
なるほど。源氏さんが断るだけはあるぜ。こいつは確かに正気じゃ気を悪くする。つまりベアトリーチェっていう名の人物は実在するんだな。
Okay, Battler. Don't get mad, okay? Take whatever they say, absorb everything they say, and flip the chessboard.
はい。親方様がこの島にお屋敷を構える以前からおそらく私よりも長くお仕えしているでしょう。
なんてこった。桐江さんの仮説は外れたな。じい様にベアトリーチェという名の腹心は実在したってわけだ。そいつは今この島にいるんだな。
はい、いらっしゃっていると思います。
The thunder again. I think the thunder represents Beatrice or something really bad going on. The wind represents a very ominous, very tense moment. The clock as well.
曖昧な言い方だな。ってことは昨日今日そいつの顔を見たってわけじゃなさそうだな。
はい、大変申し上げがたいのですが、その
Kennen-kun once again dropped his gaze, avoiding my eyes.
なんだよ、そこで切るなよ。
Adler, there's just something wrong.
鮮度目みたいで気持ち悪いぜ。
I urged him jokingly. However, it looked like Kennen-kun was still unsure as to whether he should speak or not. Then Kumasawa-banshin whispered.
お顔を見ようにも、ベアトリーチェ様にはお姿がありませんから。
お姿が？なんだって？
Absorb everything they say. Everything will be rubbish, but absorb everything and flip the chessboard around. They're trying to scare you, Battler. Fuck. This was I was worried about. First Maria backing up that Beatrice is the culprit, and then now the servants are in on it too. Even Kumasawa, maybe, because she was in the guest house.
ベアトリーチェ様にはお体がありません。ですからベアトリーチェ様がお望みにならない限り私ども凡庸ではお姿を見ることすら叶いません。
ベアトリーチェ様が人の姿をされていた頃の絵があの肖像画のものなのだとか。そのお姿を懐かしみ、よく肖像画の前に佇まれているそうな。
Fucking shit.
ベアトリーチェ様は時折輝く蝶の姿に身を変えられて現れることがあります。
Fuck. Didn't Shannon see the butterfly? Shit, but there's no way that they're going to introduce the murder this late into the game, right? Murder must be one of the people already here. If this is a murder case. So either one of the people that is already here has the power to summon butterflies, or am I going crazy? Maybe because Shannon's point of view wasn't reliable. I don't know. Shit, if they introduce the culprit so late, then it doesn't make sense. Yeah, they can't introduce the culprit after the fact. It must be one of the people already here.
万一お屋敷の中でお見かけした場合には決してその後を追ってはならない決まりです。
Shannon chased after them and got herself killed.
追えば不幸があると囁かれています。その禁を破り大怪我をして辞めた使用人も実際にいます。
Okay. I'm getting carried and manipulated. I'm being manipulated here.
おいおいマジかよ。あんたら本気でそんな話をしているのかよ。
No, everything they're speaking is rubbish. But just absorb and flip the chessboard on them. Come on.
バトラス様、すでにベアトリーチェ様がお越しになっておられ
They're
ます。
trying to scare you, Battler. Come on.
そのようなお言葉はよろしくないかと思われます。
Fuck, I think they're all in it. They're all in it.
ベアトリーチェ様はご自身を冒涜される方を好みません。
The wind again.
その存在を疑えば必ずや不幸が降りかかるでしょう。
バトラさん、気持ちの悪いお話とお思いでしょ。ですがね、ベアトリーチェ様はいるんですよ。
います。それを疑われることを。ベアトリーチェ様はことのほか嫌われます。
わかりませんか、バトラ様。
This is so creepy.
ベアトリーチェ様は今すでに。
おいおいよせよ。
Are they going to speak? Oh, Beatrice is right behind you. And he's going to turn around and there's going to be nobody there. Is that the trope they're going with right now?
俺そういうのは弱いんだぜ。
Fuck shit.
脅しっこなしにしろい。
They're going to do it. Come on, Battler. Don't be scared. However, there was no trace of a joke in their eyes of the three servants. On the surface, I laughed and tried to look unconcerned, but I was quickly starting to sober up. Their eyes were also sobering up fast.
バトラさん、お願いですから、ベアトリーチェ様を冒涜することはおやめください。
Fuck, man. Grab a knife, kill Genji, and you can deal with Cannon and Kumasawa. Come on. Quick stab in Genji, and grab Cannon by the neck.
悪いことは申し上げません。
Kumasawa Bachan was usually cheerful and would always tease people. Now spoke with a thoroughly straight voice that I had never known her to make.
いやいるって言われてもよ、俺には何も見えないぜ。今俺の隣にいるとでも言うのかよ。冗談よせやい。
They're going to say it. Fuck me. So they're going to say that Maria is being possessed by Beatrice or something? Oh my god, this music, I love this track. Stupefaction. Fucking love it. Just then, that unnerving laugh suddenly filled the kitchen. Hello. When I turned around, Maria was standing there by the entrance. Her expression, her feeling about her presence felt exactly the same as the servants.
波長の合う合わないは生まれつきだよ。バトラは生まれつき波長が合わないタイプなんだよ。だから見えない、会えない、話せない。
Shit. Battler. Just kill Genji and then snap the necks of all the others. Come on. This is getting too creepy, and I think most of the people here are involved. Maria, I think that she's unwillingly being strung on by the culprit, but the others are totally in on it.
ベアトリーチェの一番嫌いなタイプだよ。
Maria's laugh sounded like she was greatly enjoying herself, yet it was extremely eerie. It was almost like she was laughing at me because I alone didn't understand.
ベアトリーチェのことが知りたい？ベアトリーチェはね、1000年の魔女なんだよ。あらゆる悪魔を刺激し、錬金術を極め、賢者の石を生み出し、莫大な黄金を生み出すことができる。おじいさまは彼女と契約することで、後ろ宮家に莫大な富を築いたんだよ。昨日私がベアトリーチェの手紙を読んだでしょ？あれは本当なんだよ。バトラに信じろと言っても無理な話だろうけど。
Fuck me.
六感が生まれつきさっぱりみたいだからね。
Can I just say that I love the direction they're taking Maria's character? I fucking love it, man.
なんだよそれ。魔女？悪魔？そんなの誰に聞いたんだよ。
ベアトリーチェ本人に聞いたんだよ。
Maria kept doing that unpleasant laugh. However, the servants who watched over this didn't even blink. She heard it from that wedge in the portrait adorning the entrance hall. Maria kept on laughing in a weird voice as though this was nothing more or less than the truth.
マリア、聞くだけ野暮だろうが、もう一回聞くぜ。昨日、マリアにあの手紙を渡したのは誰だ？
ベアトリーチェにもらったって何度言えばわかるかな？わかんないよね。見えないんだもんね。信じられないもんね。
Her voice actress is unbelievably amazing. Just then, Maria's laughter suddenly stopped.
バトラ、まだわかんない。
Oh my god. Getting so tense.
ベアトリーチェがいるのが。
It's under quotes.
いるって。どこにさ？
だから、ベアトリーチェがここにいるのが。
It's right behind you, Battler. Oh, fuck me. Shit. That's right. Now that I think about it, I've been feeling some time now that the others hadn't been looking in quite the right direction. I'd figured that everyone had just been gazing into the distance, but that wasn't the case. For here, Genji-san, Kennen-kun, Kumasawa-san, and Maria, everyone except me, is looking at a spot right behind me. Fuck me, dude. Shit. He's not going to see anything. Holding my breath tightly, I slowly looked over my shoulder. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. Shit, Battler, just fucking run. I think I've known that the whole time. However, everyone in the room, except me, was focused on that point as if there was something there. Battler, right now the biggest threat is Genji. The rest are easy.
ベアトリーチェは1000年を生きた偉大な黄金の魔女。でも波長の合う人間にしか自分の姿を見せられないし、話しかけられない。だからね、それがとても悲しいんだよ。だからバトラみたいな生まれつき魔法のセンスもかけらのない人に存在を否定されるのがものすごく嫌いなんだよ。バトラは幸運だよ。昨日私にお守りをもらっていてよかったね。それを身につけていなかったら今頃ベアトリーチェのどんな呪いが身に及んでいたか分かったものじゃない。
Oh shit. So Maria is telling the culprit who has the charms. Shit. So Jessica doesn't have the charm. Shit. Between Jessica and Natsuhi, who do I want to survive? I'm leaning more towards Natsuhi, so keep that charm on Natsuhi, please. So basically, they are not attacking Battler right now because she has the charm, right? So if he ever removes it, he becomes a target. Shit.
本当に幸運なんだよ、バトラーは。
She gets so creepy sometimes.
ああ、サソリのキーホルダーかよ。あれって安っぽい景品か何かだと思ってたんだが、ちとはご利益あったってことなのか？
Okay, Battler. She said that people with the charm are not attacked by Beatrice. So put it on the next victim. So when they say that it was Beatrice again, you can deny it. Oh, he had a charm. Or maybe say that he had a charm and they search it and there's nowhere to be found. So Battler can say, oh, the culprit removed the charm from the body, so it can't be Beatrice. So, come on, do it secretly.
それがなかったら今頃バトラがあの倉庫の中で顔面を砕かれて生贄にされていたんだよ。幸運だったよ、バトラは。
そうか。あれがなかったら、俺は今頃殺されてたっての
Okay,
か。
Battler, use your charm as a device to break the whole facade lying around this murder case. Plant it on who you think will be the next victim, and watch the culprits sweat.
なんでバトラはベアトリーチェを信じないの？いるのに。今そこにほら。ね、信じる気になったでしょ？信じなよ。マリアにお守りをもらったことを感謝しながら。
Shit.
あれがなければバトラは今頃倉庫の中。代わりに誰か一人が助かっていたかもしれないね。
Man, Maria is so amazing. Right then, I burst into laughter. Playing with wishes had been pretty fun until a second ago, but unfortunately, that last one didn't quite hit the mark.
じゃあ全然ダメだぜ、マリア。
Ah, fuck, I love
って
you.
ことなら悪いが、全然ダメだ。
When Maria saw me suddenly laughing, she stopped. Even though she didn't understand what I was laughing at, she realized it would be pleasant for her.
お前が傷つくだろうと思ったから、俺黙ってたけどよ。お前にもらったお守りよ。俺、ポケットに入れたつもりだったんだけどよ。どっかに落っことしちまったんだぜ。だから俺が今この瞬間に無事なのは、お守りのおかげでもねえし。なら魔女様の呪いがあって当然なのに、今この瞬間もピンピンしてる。
No, but that doesn't work because no, only Jessica had it. Oh shit. Oh fuck. So what Maria is saying is completely incorrect about Battler.
悪いが、俺は自分の目で見たものしか
Fuck
信じ
yes,
ね
Battler. Fuck yes, Battler. Come on.
え。
Fuck.
第六か波長魔法のセンス
Yeah.
悪いが俺はそういう眉唾なもんは一切信じねえ
Okay,
ぜ。
Battler is completely amazing. Okay.
クラスの女が霊感がいいの悪いのって言い出すのを聞いてると虫唾が走るのさ。 あんたらがいくらじい様に給料もらってるか知らねえが、俺を妙な宗教に勧誘しようったって、そう簡単にはいかねえってことをよく肝に銘じておきやがるってんだ。
バトラ様。
カノン君たちが信じるのは自由だぜ。だが、俺が信じるかどうかは常に俺が自分で決める。悪いがこの目で見るまでベアトリーチェなんてうさんくさいものの存在を信じるわけにはいかないぜ。
Did I say that Battler is amazing? Okay, he's incredible. I spoke forcefully and sharply. When I did, Maria started cackling again. But shit. Okay, Genji is your main target here, so right now you don't have the charm, so they are free to target you. You don't have the...
ならそれでいいんじゃない？いずれお前のような波長が全然合わない人の目にもベアトリーチェは見えるようになる。もうじき蘇るんだよ、ベアトリーチェはね。そうしたら一緒にいっぱいお話をしたり遊んだりしようって約束してるんだよ。
Culprit is really manipulating Maria.
疑う必要も無理に信じる必要も全くない。現れるんだよ、もうじきね。
See, Battler, they're right now they're saying that this will be just like the Epitaph. Sacrifice the 6, 2 who are close. The third twilight. Praise my noble name. So right now there needs to happen another two people are going to die, and then the 10th twilight, on the 9th twilight, the witch revives and none shall be left alive. This is saying that everyone is going to die, everyone will be killed, so be careful, Battler. A lot of people are going to die. Oh my god. So two people next. Who could it be? Let me see. 2 who are close. Natsuhi and Jessica. Shit. Fucking shit. Genji and Canon. Could it be Battler and George, but Battler is the main character. And Eva, Hideyoshi, and George could be. Kumosawa, Ronoe, Genji could be as well. Nanjo, not. So Nanjo, Maria are safe. And Battler is safe as well. Maybe Kumosawa is safe for a while. So Kennen and Genji, Hideyoshi, Eva, and George, Jessica, and Natsuhi. It's going to be Natsuhi, isn't it? Natsuhi and Jessica. Natsuhi has a gun. They're going to kill her. Some people usually head to the bathroom after a meal. Others prefer to take a short nap. It seemed that several people had gone out of the parlor, just like I did when I went to the kitchen to drink some water. She has a gun. In the end, Natsuhi's orders to keep everyone packed together in the parlor was reluctantly withdrawn under the condition that no one was to be on their own, and no one was to go far from the parlor. After all, if 11 people are shut up in the same room starting early in the morning, the air will start to stagnate. And now that a little time had passed, everyone started to recover from the shock of that morning. Maybe their sense of danger was weakening over time too. However, it was a certain fact that 6 people had been killed inside this mansion. So no one was completely negligent. So when they went out into the hallway for a breath of fresh air, trying to act tough. They would get scared of standing there, isolated, and will end up and returning to the parlor. Like that fable. You know, the north wind and the sun. If you force someone to stay shut in, they'll resist. But if you tell them to do whatever they want, they'll come back obediently. People sure are hypocrites. When the servants finish cleaning up from the meal, they return obediently to the parlor, just as Aunt Natsuhi had told them to, and sat in a sofa near the entrance, patiently awaiting orders. Couldn't you put the charm on the knob of this room so no murders can happen now? Maria, almost as though she suddenly finished playing witches, had resumed to the pure Maria I knew well, saying, What in the world was that back there? Minute darkness. I hadn't felt even an atom of the presence of this person called Beatrice, supposedly standing behind me, invisible. However, it felt like inside Maria I could catch a glimpse of what a little. I could catch a glimpse of a little of that presence.
確かに
Come on, Battler, you're getting sucked in.
マリアちゃんは魔女とかの話になると人が変わるね。昨日海岸でバトラ君も見たでしょ。
And she acts like a witch.
サソリのキーホルダーの時か。いや、あんな機嫌を損ねるみたいな感じじゃなくてよ。
Okay, can this game be only Battler and Maria having screen time now? Battler, Maria, and Natsuhi. Just having a great screen time together. And Maria, Battler being amazing.
まるで二重人格みたいな感じで。
The whole game can be just that and I would be fucking fine with it.
ああ、たまにそういうこともあるな。
Because Jessica and George are boring as fuck.
さっきマリアが魔法陣の話を始めた時みたいなやつ、たまーにあるぜ。気持ち悪いけどな。
Apparently, according to Jessica, the laughing Maria shows up every now and then. That was just bad timing, and furthermore, it was the first time I seen it, so it really shocked me.
あれってのは何なんだ？マリアは二重人格か何かなのか？それとも本当に霊感が強かったりとかして、そういうのに憑依されたりとかしちまうのかよ。
そういうのじゃないと思うよ。バトラ君にも経験ない？小さい頃自分以外の誰かになりたかったなんてこと。
But to completely change your speech pattern is something really weird. Right when humans are born, no one has any individuality. However, when they reach their growth period and their sense of self starts to be born, they start to gain a sense of individuality. They want to be different from other people. But of course, they will find that they are so no different from the others in their class, since they are learning the same thing in school and forced to do the same lifestyle. When they realize that, they start off by breaking the rules in what's called a rebellious age. Since everyone follows the rules, they want to be shown off their individuality by breaking them. Even those who call everyone around them babies and stir up trouble are just cute kids searching for themselves when you look at them this way. Well, I'm lecturing about all this like I'm so smart, but I actually got secondhand from George Nikki. I myself was one of those embarrassing guys who thought I was cool like to act like a little bastard. Well, that was when I was in the age where you try standing out for the opposite sex.
成長期の根底には子供から脱却したいというひよこが殻を破るのに似た衝動がある。子供と大人の違いは何かわかるかい？
年齢？それとも体格？
違うよ。経験だよ。大人が子供を見下すのは人生経験が少ないからだよ。子供が何を言っても鼻で笑ってしまうのは世間知らずのくせにと見下しているからだよ。
And because their brains literally are not developed. So when you look at a teenager like 15, 16 years old, You look like they are fucking stupid. Because they fucking are. Their brains are still not developed, basically. And they don't have experience. Life experience, I guess. Yeah, when I look back and I see myself as a 16-year-old, I was dumb as a sack of bricks. Not in the sense that I wasn't academically worse than I am today. Just in general, I guess, in general aspects of life, I guess.
ああ、そういうのわかるぜ。子供の頃って妙に人生ってもう悟りきったようなことを口にして年長しゃぶりたくなるよな。
I'm only 22, so I guess a person of 30 years is going to look at me and say, "Oh, you're dumb as well for saying such things." And they are correct. I'm not as smart as a 30-year-old.
大人は子供が何を言っても世の中甘くないとか社会に出ればわかるとか鼻で笑ってる。まあ実際そうなんだけど、子供的にはそういうのって見下されてるみたいでムカつくんだよな。
Oh, she's pouting because she's still in that phase, I guess.
なるほどな。知識や経験の有無か。確かに
Knowledge and experience.
年齢だけ無駄に食ってても尊敬はされねえよな。
となるとつまり子供から脱却したいという衝動を持つ時期にかつ他者とは違うという個性を持ちたくなる。
I still don't think that's the problem with Maria. I'm sorry.
子供からの脱却がつまり知識や経験なのだとしたら。
なるほど。他人の持ち得ない知識を持つことが一つのアイデンティティになるわけか。
小学校の頃なんかさ、クラスの誰も知らないことを知っていたり持っていたり身につけていたりするとヒーローになれたよな。
I don't think Maria cares to be envious of other people.
バトラもそういう経験あるだ
Of
ろ。
other children. She's too self-absorbed to actually care about other people. She feels too caught up with herself right now. So I think that it's just I don't think that's the whole problem, is what I'm thinking.
あるある。何か一芸に秀でたいと思うお年頃って確かにあるな。なるほど。それが子供からの脱却、つまり成長期ってわけか。
健全な意味での成長期はそうして没個性を脱却するために人が持たない知識やスキルを身につけることを促す。これは社会学的にも面白いことだよ。人が没個性を嫌うために人と違う技術を身につけようとする。これにより社会は幅広い技術を獲得して立脚する。神々の高度なプログラミングに驚かされるね。
What the fuck are you saying? Quality of God's programming.
まあ個性がネガティブに働くこともあるぜ。クラスみんなが真剣に勉強してるから俺だけはサボって目立とうとかよ。
That was actually me. It was only recently that I'd finally been able to feel thankful towards the middle school teacher who had slapped me after school.
でもまあ誰も飛べない飛び箱を飛んでやりたいとか成績のいい連中を周回遅れにさせてやるぜってマラソンで全力疾走とか勉強はダメだったから少なくとも運動では見返してやるぜって根性はあった。うん、なるほど。ちゃんと成長期してるな。
男子ってやっぱり肉体的な方面に関心が向くよな。でもよ、同じ時期に女子は精神的な面に向きやすいんだよ。バトラのクラスの女子にも占いとか霊感とかそんなこと言ってる女子連中のグループがあったりしただろ。
勉強はダメだったから少なくとも運動では見返してやるぜって根性はあった。うん、なるほど。ちゃんと成長期してるな俺。あ あったあった。人の星座とか血液型とか聞いてきて、ああ、やっぱりクスクスとか笑われると大いにムカついたもんだぜ。どこのクラスに行っても女子は占いが好きだし、決まって霊感に強いだの弱いだの、感受性がどうこう、見えないものが見えちまうだの、そういう手合いが必ずいたもんだぜ。
In my classes, it was astrology and drawing. A lot of people like to draw, at least. We were the nerdy guys at the back, being bullied. Sorry. Not being bullied, being ignored, I guess. And I was never bullied in school.
占いも霊感も学校では教えないものだからね。
We were good soccer players though, so it was really strange. We were good at sports, but we were shit at making friends.
男の子と違い、内向的な世界に関心を持ちやすい女の子にとって、それはアイデンティティを確立しやすくて、かつ興味深いジャンルなんだよ。
Other than soccer, we exchanged Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. We were told off at school because they thought it was a gambling game. Fucking hell.
男子が成長期に入ると急に悪ぶったりして大人に反抗を始めるのと全く同じに、女子も成長期に入るとそういうのに興味が出るようになるんだよ。
When I was in middle school, I started getting a little bit into chess, but I wasn't able to get the championship back then, so I felt a little bit bad. There was a tournament in my school, and I failed completely. Yes, I lost in the first round. I feel bad. Yeah, good at soccer, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, getting interested in chess, but not really talented in it. That's who we were at school, I guess. Then there's a group of popular kids in my class that loved basketball. What else? Yeah, they always brought board games to class to play, like Monopoly and Game of Life. After everything was over.
私はそうでもなかったけどさ。
It was like 4 or 5 people playing and the rest watching. The rest of the class just on the fridges watching and then cheering on them.
つまりマリアがオカルトに関心を持つのは年頃の女の子としてはそう珍しくもないってことか。
At Maria's age, we liked a lot of urban legends and creepypastas. Back then, it was the start of YouTube, so there wasn't much content, but there was creepy videos being shown on TV. There were channels late at night dedicated to, so we would watch and then tell them. We were really interested in Dragon Ball and Naruto back then. Naruto came later, but Dragon Ball was really huge here. Dragon Ball and Digimon. If you didn't watch Digimon, you were not accepted, basically. Even if you accept that, I wonder if it explains that creepy dual personality thing. Well, I think I accept it vaguely. I
さっきも言
remember
った通り、大人になるというのは知識や経験を持つことを言う。
one of the hypest memories was we were watching the Digimon episodes of the third season daily, and we would come up to school and really it was really bad. No, it was really good actually, because we would discuss the episodes. The bad parts were like the scary parts of the third season of Digimon, and that was a thing that happened.
だからそれを得るために子供たちはいろいろなことを学んで子供を脱却しなければならないんだけど。
If you guys watched the third season, you know the scenes I'm talking about. That was scary for a kid like us, 9 years old, watching that horror stuff.
子供の世界に今も昔もはびこっているある便利な妄想があるんだよ。わかるかい？
漫画やアニメに多いだろ。ほらあれだよ、前世の記憶が蘇ってとか、偉大なるなんとかの魂が乗り移ってとか。
Right. My correct key. I'm trying to solve this riddle, this epitaph, but I'm having no luck.
ああ、他にも遺伝子が覚醒したりとか、封印されていた能力やら記憶やらが戻ったりとか。どういうわけか、あの時期はそういうのがやたらと流行るもんさ。どうしてだ？
今挙げたキーワードは全て子供の自分に知識や経験を直ちに付加できる幻想だからだよ。
The fantasy about hidden powers or other stuff never really goes away. We don't outwardly show it, actually.
9歳の女の子も1000年を生きた魔女が私に憑依していると言い出せば1009歳のアイデンティティが得られるわけだからね。
まあつまり勉強するのは面倒くさい。でも人とは違うスキルを持って周りに威張りたい、ちやほやされたいっていう連中にとっては便利な妄想なんだよな。
But for Maria, it feels too complex to be just a phase. You know? I think she really has developmental problems and that need to be addressed. So you can brag about something without having to work hard or study. I see. Isn't that a kid's greatest dreams?
あとは子供からの脱却願望には必ず自分の理想像の自己投影が行われ、その願望の姿が別人格として形成されることが少なくない。
To escape from being a kid, to break free.
バトラ君だって家と学校では多少キャラクターが違うということがあるんじゃないかな。多分家での自分の姿をクラスの友人たちに見せるのは恥ずかしいはずだよ。
Well, no, I act just as I do on my home and at my uni. Completely and utterly lazy.
学校の自分は自分のなりたい姿の投影で、家の自分は本来の姿だから。
I've completely passed the point for embarrassment or any other thing.
つまりキャラクターの使い分けというか、人格の多重化はごくごく当たり前だと言いたいわけか。
オカルトが好きな女子はそれを憑依と言ったり覚醒と言ったりするぜ。正直ドン引きするくらいにキャラを変える子もいるよ。男子にもいるだろ。キレたとか言ってやたらめったら粗暴キャラに変身するやつが。あれ本人はかっこいいと思ってるんだろうけど、見てて痛いよな。
つまりおさらいするとだ、マリアくらいの年頃の女の子がさっきみたいな不気味な二重人格のようなものを見せてもそれほど珍しいものじゃないと言いたいのか。
But Jessica, aren't you acting the same way? Being all tomboyish when it's not really... when it's your rebellion speaking against Natsuhi and Cross.
簡単にまとめるとそう
Even
い
your
うことだね。
hatred, even you always spoke badly about your parents, but when push came to shove, you really cried over them. Battler cried as well, but his reaction, he was really close to Rudolph's corpse, so his reaction was warranted, I guess, but he recuperated really easily.
アイデンティティは自己を形成するための大切なもの。
So I guess you could say that Battler really did like Rudolph. Battler didn't completely hate his father, but there was still an underlying dislike. Because he isn't such a wreck as Jessica is.
それをバカにしたりすると、かえってその殻に閉じこもってしまうこともある。だから、ほどほどに付き合ってあげるのが大切なんだよ。それを丸ごと受け入れてあげるのが、親の包容力というものなんだけどね。
兄貴、それで独身って信じられねえぜ。
So what I'm saying is that Battler and Jessica said that both hate their parents, but Jessica's hate feels much more fake than Battler's dislike.
もう子供が中学くらいに上がってそうな貫禄さ。じゃあローザおばさんもあのマリアの二重人格についてはよく知っていたのかな。
知ってたぜ。ここだけの話。ローザおばさんはすっごく嫌がってた。気持ち悪いし、クラスでますます孤立を深めるだけだって。だからマリアがオカルトの話を始めたり、魔女みたいな声で笑い出したりすると必ずビンタしてたぜ。
Why is Rosa trying to make me hate her even after she died? Fuck me.
だからマリアもローザおばさんがいる時にはそういう話をしないようになったみたいだけど。
And it freaking worked. Shit. Maybe it's just a little game from a girl facing her growing period. That thing had happened back there. Just a girl trying to show that she was different and independent by holding interest in witches and the occult. And since she wanted to have another side to herself that wasn't infantile, she was switching between her normal personality and the personality of her ideal, a witch. In the beginning, I had found that very disturbing. But after Giorgianiki's lecture, it felt like this was a path that everyone walked down at one time or another. I haven't told anyone, but when I was in kindergarten, I joined up with a little gang of kids trying to form an Earth Defense Force, saying we'd help protect peace on Earth. My face turns red whenever I remember now. During that we called battle practice, we would chant EDF, EDF. Just like usual, Maria was relaxing, immersed in the TV, oohing and laughing just like any girl her age. But your experience was normal, Battler. There's something more insidious about Maria's whole shtick, whole thing. But on the inside, another personality, that of the ideal witch she admired and blindly accepted, was sleeping. But that wasn't anything extraordinary. It was perfectly natural for a girl her age. I don't think so. There's something much more disturbing about it. I calmed down a little. I had started to recover from the shock of my bizarre experience in the kitchen. If I hadn't talked to Aniki and Jessica, I might still have been frightened by the idea that an invisible witch was standing right behind me. Come on, Battler. They're just trying to scare you. However, can I really accept that as an explanation of what happened back there? If it had been just Maria, I could have explained it as the fickle fantasies of a growing girl. But it was Genji as well. Genji, Kumasawa, and Ken. Yeah. Genji, Ken-kun, and Kumasawa Bachan had also been there. None of them had denied what Maria said. They had silently accepted that Beatrice exists. I was starting to feel a little uneasy. Auntie Eva had claimed that no 19th person exists, saying that someone within the family had committed a crime in connection with her messy quarrel. On the other hand, Aunt Natsuhi had claimed that the culprit was hiding somewhere outside the mansion. That meant that she was denying that the crime had been committed by one of us and accepting that as a 19th person exists. And in the kitchen, Maria and the servants had agreed that a 19th person exists. But according to them, this 19th person isn't human. They had said that it was an invisible witch plotting something mysterious. Is there a 19th person or not? And is this culprit a human or a witch? For some reason, I couldn't just laugh it off at any of the possibilities. Not even the most ridiculous one about the witch. I can throw that out of the window, I think.
ジェシカ、ベアトリーチェの話ってのは、俺の認識では森に子供たちが迷い込まないようにってんで作った大人の脅し話だってことになってんだが、この屋敷じゃ違うのか？
私もバトラと同じ意見だぜ。こんなのは子供に言うことを聞かせるために親が作った間抜けな怪談だと思ってる。でもそうだと口にはできない空気が屋敷内にあることは否めないな。
おじい様がベアトリーチェは存在すると公言されているからね。使用人たちは立場上それを疑えないし、クラウスおじさんたちもおじい様と喧嘩がしたいわけもないから、表向きは口を揃えてる。だから多分このお屋敷ではベアトリーチェの存在を疑うことはある種のタブーだと思うんだよ。年に一度しか来ない僕たちと違ってね。そうでしょ。
Jessica puffed out air in admiration. Looked like Aniki had guessed right.
ジョージ兄さんの言う通りだぜ。みんな腹の中じゃ信じてるわけじゃない。でも表向きはその存在を認めてる。ほら、神様の存在を認めるような、実際にはいないことを知っててもそれを口に出して否定したら野暮みたいな空気だな。
使用人たちの間ではどういうことになってんだ？
ほら、神様の存在を認めるようなそんな雰囲気だよ。
やっぱり雇い主のじい様がいるって言ってんだから、それに口調を合わせてるわけか？
But that doesn't make sense since Kinzo wasn't there and Battler was. Battler was alone there with them. Kinzo is missing.
さあ、詳しくはわからないけど、使用人たちの間ではベアトリーチェの話はある種の怪談扱いになってるよ。ほら、昨日海岸でシャノンが話してくれたろ。夜見回りをしている時、不気味な何かを見かけたとか、そういう話。
She had said something like that, hadn't she? Back then I didn't give much thought, assumed that she was just going along with the displeased Maria. But now that I think about it, she did say that, and completely seriously. That's right. She definitely said it. She definitely said the same thing that Genji and Sun and the rest had all said unanimously to Claire back in the kitchen.
他にも鬼火や輝く蝶々が舞っているのを見たという使用人も、カノン君もそれらしいものを以前夜の見回りの時に見たことがあると言ってました。
And Shannon saw it before she died.
あと最近ではお屋敷の中で深夜に不思議な足音をよく聞くと使用人の間で話題です。私たちは肖像画の中のベアトリーチェ様が姿を消してお屋敷の中を散歩しているんだろうと囁き合ってるんですよ。
Does a character like Beatrice really exist? Maybe there's a ghost. Because, considering Higurashi, there could be a ghost. But I don't think the ghost is the culprit. Because Hanyu existed, right? So... And people with the Hinamizawa syndrome, L4, to all five all heard footsteps and heard voices or something. There was Hanyu following them.
ずいぶん前ですが、私もそうかもしれない足音を夜の見回りの時に聞いたことがあります。
But Hanyu wasn't responsible for any of the killings in the other arc, so, and she only came out in the final arc to confront Takano, so that's right, she definitely said that. Exactly the same thing that had been told just now. Yeah, Hanyu appeared in the 7th chapter and then appeared fully in the 8th. Exactly the same thing that had been told just now.
でも、怯えることはないんですよ。ベアトリーチェ様は、親方様とは異なる、もう一人のお屋敷の主です。だから、変に怯えたりしないで、敬意を持っていれば、決して悪いことはしないのだそうです。
ただし、敬意を持たないと恐ろしいんだったね。
はい。私が勤めを始める直前に、階段を転がり落ちて腰に大怪我をして辞めた方は、
The story of a servant being injured seems important.
ベアトリーチェ様のことを悪く言っていたそうです。だから使用人たちは、ベアトリーチェ様のお怒りに触れたのだろうと噂し合ったそうです。
Could Beatrice be multiple people, actually? Beatrice might be referring to the ghost, might be referring to the culprit, and might be referring to one of the servants. Right now I'm suspecting one of the servants as being the responsible for that.
敬わないとお怒りに触れて怪我をする。つまり使用人たちにとってベアトリーチェって存在はお稲荷さんにいたずらしたらお狐様のたたりがあるってくらいには信憑性があるわけだ。
Of course, even though everyone accepts that curses and the like don't exist in the modern era, people are still afraid and still have a little respect for them. You see a lot even in residential areas, such as when someone is building a house and they call a Shinto priest for a ceremony to honor the god of that plot of land. You might think that's just a big waste of time and money, but the workers say that a big accident will occur if they don't do it, so they apparently never neglect the procedure. You also hear about if an Inari shrine is carelessly removed during a town replanning, there will be a curse by Kitsune-sama. I think I might have read somewhere that when occupying forces were trying to expand an airport and had to remove an Inari sun that was in their way, all of the workers were suddenly taken out by some mysterious fever. Even in modern cities like Tokyo, it isn't rare to see modern buildings packed around an old Inari shrine, leaving the shrine itself untouched. And it isn't limited to Japan. It's probably similar to how people baptize babies. If I remember correctly, by the Christian doctrine, unbaptized souls, though their sin is the lightest, still fulfill the conditions for going to hell. Putting water on a child's forehead doesn't do anything but make them cry. But if a parent can prevent their child from going to hell with just a little effort, they will happily go through with that ceremony. In short, even in this modern society of reason, we still are unable to throw away every trace of belief and fear. You could say that it's passive acceptance of the supernatural. Maybe the one difference on this island was that Beatrice was the name that was respected here.
じゃあつまりこの島でとても人間技とは思えない何かが起これば それはベアトリーチェの仕業だ。シャノンちゃんも言ってた気がするな。ちゃんと閉めたはずの窓や扉や鍵がもう一度見回りに来たら開いていたとか、消したはずの明かりがついていたり、つけたはずの明かりが消えていたりと。んで、確かジェシカは朝出かけようとしたらカバンが見つからないのもベアトリーチェの仕業だってふざけてたんだよな。シャノンちゃんも言ってた気がするな。ちゃんと閉めたはずの窓や扉や鍵がもう一度見回りに来たら開いていたとか、消したはずの明かりがついていたり、つけたはずの明かりが消えていたりとか。
I'm actually suspecting a servant right now. There's still the gold as a motive. But right now, the motive seems to be breaking free.
よく覚えてるな。普通なら妖精さんが隠したとでも言うところが、この島ではベアトリーチェがになるってだけの話だぜ。ま、そんなくだらない話さ。
このお屋敷も築30年くらいになるそうだからね。それだけになれば多少の怪談やオカルトは生まれてくるものだよ。学校の七不思議なんかのようにね。
そこでチェス盤をひっくり返すぜ。つまりこの島では人間にはできないことはベアトリーチェの仕業と置き換えることができるルールがあるってわけだ。
So,
人間にはできないこと。人間は何人だ？ 18 人だ。つまり犯人はこの島のルールにのっとってこの事件は魔女の仕業だとアピールしてることになる。
finally, Battler, you're amazing. You're definitely amazing.
つまりそれは19人目の仕業ですよと訴えたくて仕方がないわけだ。気に入らねえぜ。全然気に入らねえ。
気に入らないって何がだよ。
仮に不可視の19人目が存在してそいつが自分の存在をアピールしたいなら、俺ならもっと完璧なタイミングでやるぜ。
完璧なタイミングでってのはどういう意味だい？
ああ、だって事件は深夜から未明にかけて起こったろ。深夜まで話し合いをしてたり夜勤をしてたり、あるいは部屋に帰って寝ていたり、どいつもこいつもアリバイがあやふやで十分内部犯行が疑える段階だ。ジョージの兄貴もエヴァおばさんに聞かされてるんだろ。内部犯行の可能性が高いって話。
まあね。
つまり不可視の19人目が実在したなら、最初の事件は自分のアピールに失敗してるんだ。いや、そもそも時間帯がミステイクだ。不可視の19人目をアピールするためには、死んだ6人以外の12人が全員白であることが確定している状況下で行われなければならない。疑わしい人間がゼロにならなきゃ自分の存在をアピールできないんだよ。
And because they can't do that correct timing and all, then they can't appeal themselves as the 19th person, is what he's saying.
だから全員のアリバイが一番あやふやになる深夜の時間帯は19人目にとって自分が一番あやふやになる時間帯でもあるにもかかわらず、その時間を選んで犯行に及んだ。
It's because the culprit is one of us 18, and while timing and the alibis were important to the culprit right now, it isn't because he can just kill more people, he or she.
そんな時間に犯行を起こせば18人の誰かが疑われるのは明白。にもかかわらずマリアに手紙を渡して魔女を名乗り、誰もが自分でないと否定している。
つまりベアトリーチェという19人目がいるように見せかけたい人間が18人の中にいると、こう言いたいのかよ。なんだかぶっ飛んだ発想だな。 まだお袋の屋敷の外に不審者が潜んでいるって話の方が信憑性があるってもんだぜ。
Nah, I don't think the culprit is another person that's yet to be introduced.
まさかバトラはこの客間の中に犯人がいると疑っているのかよ。
Yes, I'm
ああ
thinking.
何者かが俺たちにベアトリーチェが存在すると認めさせようとしている。そうさ、昨べのあの手紙からもう事件は始まっていたんだ。証拠も根拠も何もねえけどな。チェス盤を逆さにした限りじゃ俺の見立てはこんなところだ。
飛びまくってるにも程があるぜ。妙な推理小説の読みすぎじゃねえのかよ。
No,
でも
he's correct.
無視できない着眼点もあるね。19人目がいるかいないかは別にしても、その犯人は確実にこの島のルールにのっとって何かを仕掛けてきている。
Even if there are armed people that came to the island, they have to be under the orders of someone here.
僕はね、今バトラ君の話を聞いていて、少しだけ気持ち悪いことを思い出してたんだよ。
気持ち悪いことって？
うん。
Letter
覚えてるかい？ベアトリーチェの手紙。
had the Shramia crest.
ベアトリーチェは利子の回収を行うと言っていたね。そして利子とは後ろ宮家の全てだと言った。
Yes, realize that they are trying to kill everyone. Realize it. Jessica and I thought back on what Maria had read aloud the previous night.
言ってたぜ。確かに言ってた。そして利子の回収をこれから行うが、黄金の謎を解いたらその権利を失うとも言ってたよな。
When they say collecting of interest is delayed, it is an announcement of the crime before it happens.
おじい様は黄金を授かり、後ろ宮家を再興した。つまり黄金を資本に生み出したもの全てが利子だってベアトリーチェは言っている。つまり
冗談きついぜ兄貴。まさか後ろ宮家の全て、
Yes,
つまり
your lives.
じい様が生み出したもの全てってことは、じい様から血を分けた一族のことを指すってのかよ。
あの手紙をそう読み解いたなら、この殺人はベアトリーチェが行った正当な利子の回収ということになる。
And now read the epitaph and say that the culprit is following the same lines.
となればこの事件はまだ続くよ。
Yeah.
利子の回収はまだ途中なんだからね。
George turned around, looking over the parlor. There were still plenty of people who held the name of Shramia, and we knew that since Goda-san and Shen and Chen had been killed, not even the servants who didn't bear the Shramia would be spared.
私たち全員を殺すつもりかよ。
Yeah.
でもおかしいよジョージ兄さん。ならどうして6人だけ？
Because they're following the epitaph.
他に大勢殺せたはず。下手をすれば寝込みを襲って全員を一晩で殺すことも可能だったはず。どうしてそれをしなかったの？
特別条項だよ。黄金の謎を暴く者が現れたら利子の権利は失われる。そして手紙の最後にはこう結ばれていたはずだよ。おじい様の黄金の謎をみんなで解いてみろとね。
ジーザス
Jesus.
ようやく犯人のメッセージが分かってきたじゃねえか。つまり犯人は俺たちにじい様のあの碑文の謎を解いてみやがると言
I
って
don't
るわ
think
けだ。
it's the culprit, actually. As I said, I don't think the culprit actually made that letter. I think that letter is what sparked the culprit to try and kill everyone. That's the problem.
しかもぼやぼやしてればどんどん利子の回収を進めちまうつもりだ。
I realized that this was all based on several crazy guesses, but not everything that happened in this world is joined together in a perfect line. Most unknown phenomena are nothing but individual points. By joining them together into lines, we deepen our understanding. The closer to get the points at the end of those lines are, the more logical it is and easier it is to understand. And the farther away they are, the more it lacks those qualities. That is why we use a distant analogy and call such theories way out there. However, if you can only join up to a small limited distance away, we call it having a limited imagination. Is imagination different from reasoning? Was I just trying to force everything that I knew about the case to fit a simple imagination? No, that's not it. When you search around with your hands in the dark, that search is imagination. While imagination can find the 2 points you should connect together. Reasoning is nothing more than the action of drawing the line between them. If you can't imagine, you can't reason. What I was doing might be out there, but it shouldn't be wrong either. Only the power of imagination can pull out a clue from the darkness, and the power of reasoning ties those clues together. It's a lot like the process of searching out an enemy's weak point and striking. It's alright if it's crazy. Find the weak point first, then we can think about how to strike. Now was the time to find the points that we could tie together later. For the time being, I put aside whether a 19th person exists, and announced the theory that the goal of the culprit might have been to make us solve the riddle of the Epitaph. Uncle Hideyoshi looked like he was really interested, but Natsuhi thought it was ridiculous.
確かにそう考えると怪しい手紙も納得がいくっていうもんや。その動機はなかなかええ線をいっとると思うで。マリアちゃんに手紙を渡したのが誰かはさておきな。
おお、ベアトリーチェはいる。おお。
Even though she was puffing up her cheeks in the cute way she had been doing since yesterday, I couldn't think of it as cute. I can't think of it. If I took it lightly, it might suddenly transform into a creepy laugh.
隠し黄金など存在しません。ですが、その存在を妄信する犯人がお父様の黄金を目当てで。
Natsuhi is actually lying here because she saw the gold bar yesterday. She doesn't have a reason to lie anymore because Cross is dead.
それを私たちに解かせて横領を企んでいるという動機はなるほどとうなずけるものがあります。
Oh, okay. Natsuhi is feigning ignorance right now.
しかし、ならばなぜ後宮家の主要な人物ばかりを最初に殺したのです？
道理ですな。謎を解かせるなら金蔵さんに近しい人物を先に殺すことは得策ではないはずです。
As I said before, I don't think the culprit actually wrote the letter. I think that letter was a challenge to the culprit. That letter was like, oh shit, oh shit, I have to act. Oh shit, I have to kill people. I have to kill everyone so they don't find my gold.
そうね。
And the closer they get to the gold, the closer they get to the culprit's identity.
それにその論法で行くんだったら最初にお父様を脅迫した方が早くない？私たちに謎を解かせるよりも本人に答えを聞いた方が早いはずよ。
Yeah, everything's aligning nicely with my theory.
確かにその通りや。もっともお父さんが並大抵の脅迫で口を割るとは思えんが。
金蔵さんをよく知る方なら金蔵さんが並大抵の脅しには屈しないことをよく存じているでしょう。
Kinzo strikes me as the guy who, even on the threat of death, he wouldn't speak about it. But I think he's already gone. I think he's already dead.
これだけの財産を持つ後宮家を背負われる方です。
Oh, she's kind of happy about Kinzo being nice to her this morning.
今日まで様々な攻撃や脅迫にさらされてきました。それら全てに打ち勝ってきたからこそ今日の繁栄があるのです。
それに関しては私も同感だぜ。うちのじい様が脅されて何かに従うなんてちょっと想像もつかないぜ。
ジェシカ、言葉遣いがはしたないです。
はい。
ならこういう発想はどうだろう。いや、これもぶっ飛んでるか。
I couldn't hesitate. Crazy idea is like a bow and arrow. It might be hard to hit with, but it's a great weapon that can strike enemies from afar. Research showed that most people who have died in battles were killed from wounds from arrows. In a battle, you don't shoot off just one arrow. You shoot off a whole bunch of arrows at once and assault the enemy soldiers with all of them. So shoot them over and over. Assault the truth with a wall.
犯人が隠された黄金が狙いってんなら、俺たちに解かせるのは効率が悪い。謎を作った本人に答えを聞く方が手っ取り早いさ。じゃあさ、これはつまり全てじい様に当てたメッセージってことじゃないのか。
In other words, these murders were a threat directed at grandfather. If he didn't tell the culprit where the gold was, his family members would be killed off one by one. What if we weren't the only ones being forced to solve this riddle? What if the grandfather was too? If you think about it that way, it explains grandfather's mysterious disappearance. If the culprit had attacked grandfather, then judging by the state of the 6 bodies were left in, he would definitely have displayed somewhere with that horrible makeup added. But despite that, we still haven't found it. That means that grandfather had been kidnapped and was being sold somewhere.
そんな、まさかそんな。
Could it be? It could be actually.
面白い話じゃない？つまりお父様はどこかに監禁されていて、黄金のありかを話さないと次々に殺人を繰り返すぞと脅されているわけ。
その話のどこが面白いのか理解に苦しみます。
Because she's one of the culprits. I already explained that she's the most suspicious out of all of us. Eva. Natsuhi threatened her, but Auntie Eva just smiled calmly.
この時間になっても姿を現さない以上、おじい様が事件に巻き込まれているのはほぼ間違いないと思います。それを思えばバトラ君の仮説も無視することはできないんじゃないですか。
ジョージは黙ってなさい。
Oh shit.
そもそもお父様っていついなくなったのかしら。
最後にお父さんの姿を見たのは誰や？
多分私でしょう。今朝主人たちの姿が見えないと騒ぎになった時、お父様の書斎にいるかもしれないという話になり、私がお部屋にお伺いしてそこでご挨拶をしました。そういえば書斎の鍵をずっと借りっぱなしですね。源氏、これは返しておきます。
Natsuhi pulled out the gold key and handed it to Genji. Looking at the key, Auntie Eva giggled.
ねえ源氏さん、どうせ警察はお父様の部屋も徹底的に捜査すると思うわ。何を隠していてもどうせ暴かれちゃう。だったらちょっと早く今この場で話してくれてもいいんじゃないかしら。
Oh, she's casting suspicion on Genji.
何のお話でしょうか。
シンプルな話よ。
It was weird that Genji gave the key to Natsuhi. Actually, it didn't make much sense. Actually.
お父様の書斎はその鍵がなければ外から入ることはできない密室よ。その定義の確認をしたいの。
But I think Kinzo can go out on his own. That's the problem. Maybe even still, I still think that Kinzo is dead and is dressed up as one of the corpses there.
お父様の部屋には入り口が一つある。あとは窓？他に出入り口は？
ありません。
From the windows.
中に入るには入り口しかありません。
間違いなくね、秘密の隠し扉なんかがあったりはしないのね。お父様が不在である以上、後宮家の最高序列者は私よ。その後宮家の当主代行として聞いているの。 それを理解した上で答えなさい。あの部屋には入り口以外に他に出入り口は？お父様の最高の側近だったあなたは知っているはずよ。
Oh, Natsuhi looked a little offended by the part of about the highest ranked family member, but she kept her mouth closed for the time being and waited for Genji's answer. I couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. Why was she going on and on about hidden doors?
カノン君も熊沢さんも知ってるなら教えてくれない？
So what they're building up here is that there's only the only way to enter is through the door, and it's a completely perfect closed room. So it could only have been Beatrice that could have kidnapped Kinzo. Basically, I think they're building up to that.
あるならあるって言ってくれた方がいいの。じゃないと今からある人がとても追い詰められることになるわよ。隠し扉があると仮定されたら私の話はすべて水の泡。
Just trying to cast suspicion on Natsuhi. Auntie Eva didn't specify which person was about to be driven to a corner, but following the flow of the conversation, I had to feel that she was referring to Aunt Natsuhi.
母さん、何の話？
Kinzo was missing since yesterday. As I said before, the Kinzo of this day was a fake one. So, and Genji delivered the key to Natsuhi. That that Kinzo was a false Kinzo. So Genji is one of the culprits.
ジョージは少し黙ってなさい。どうなの？源氏さん、カノン君、そして熊沢さん。
They're going to say that and cast all suspicion on Natsuhi. Shit.
隠し扉はあるの？ないの？源氏さんはお父様が書斎を改造した時、施工業者の監督をしていたはず。知らないとは言わせないわよ。
Fuck Battler, I think you need to kill Genji and kill Eva right now.
そのようなものは親方様の書斎にはありません。
間違いなく片翼の場所を許されたカノン君。
はい、間違いなく親方様の書斎に隠し扉などありません。
熊沢さんは？
いえ、私も聞いたことがありませんよ。
お父様と親交の深い南條先生は？
私もそんなものは聞いたことがありませんな。
結構。
Shit. So she said Genji, Kanon, Kumasawa, and Nanjo. I think those are the accomplices. Shit.
じゃあいい？話を始めるわよ。
I don't think that Natsuhi is the culprit.
とってもシンプルな話なの。
Eva is the most suspicious of all of them. Everyone, and Eva and Genji. Eva, Genji, and Nanjo. Everyone tilted their heads doubtfully, wondering what Auntie Eva was so proudly starting to talk about. Auntie Eva laughed triumphantly, as though she was about to reveal a secret that only she knew. Shit, don't...
お父様を最後に目撃したのは夏日姉さんよね。
Eva, you were the one that left the discussion last night. Natsuhi left as well, but she didn't have an alibi, and fuck. But Eva, you're the most suspicious. You were so invested in Kinzo's inheritance. There's no way that you would have left the family conference.
詳しい時間は忘れちゃったけど、今朝の9時前くらいのことだと思ったわ。姉さん、覚えてる？私、あなたがお父様の書斎からちょうど出てくるところに出くわしたわよね。
Oh, I love this music.
ええ、覚えています。それが何だというのですか？
そして、次に姉さんがお父様の書斎を訪れたのは、2 兄さんたちの遺体が見つかってからよね。それを報告しに書斎に上がり、そこで私と一緒に不在を確認したわ。ところで姉さん、その時お父様の書斎に入ろうとして気づいたことはなかったかしら。
Natsuhi, just pick up your gun and shoot everyone right now. Fuck me. Shoot Eva and Genji, they're the most dangerous. Battler, you take care of the rest. Come on, fuck.
気づいたこと？何のことですか？
ほら、ゴミを拾ったでしょ。畳んだレシートを。
確かにそんなゴミを拾った気がします。それが何か？
そのレシートは私が飛行場に着く前に寄った売店で飴玉を買った時にもらったものよ。
Auntie Eva pulled a small bag of candy out of her handbag.
ああ、あの時に買った飴のレシート。でも母さん、そのレシートの話が何と関係あるの？
ジョージ、もうちょい黙って聞いとってや。
Hideyoshi's in on it too. Fuck me. Uncle Hideyoshi's expression was a little strict. They're trying to cast all blame on Natsuhi right now. Shit. Somehow it seemed that he understood what Auntie Eva was getting at.
本当にこれは気まぐれよ。何かを予見してたとか。ましてや夏日姉さんを罠にかけようとか、そんなのじゃ断じてないんだから。
Eva, you're so blatant. It's so fucking weird.
実はね、そのレシート。
Eva is being so blatant that she's the culprit right now.
姉さんがお父様と最後に会って出てきて、そこで私と会ったでしょ。その時書斎の扉に私が挟み込んだものなのよ。
ってことはどういうことですか？つまり夏日おばさんがそのレシートを拾うまで誰もドアを開けていない。
The thunder.
ちょっと
That
待
means
ってよエヴァおばさ
Beatrice.
ん。レシート挟むなんてバレバレだって。小さまが外出した時に気づいて面白がってもう一回挟み直した可能性も。
Jessica hurriedly argued back. She still hadn't really known what it meant. She realized that whatever it was like placing some kind of suspicion on her own mother.
もちろんバレないようにレシートは小さく折りたたんだわ。
ちょっと待ってよエヴァおばさん。レシート挟むなんてバレバレだって。小さまが外出した時に気づいて面白がってもう一回挟み直した可能性も。
Can't people notice that Eva is trying to cause the illusion of a closed room right now? She's trying to cause the illusion that nobody had left the study because of the fucking receipt, but that could be a lie.
でもね、レシートが落ちるところを仮に見たとしても、扉のどこの高さの部分に挟み込んであったかは正確には分かんないんじゃない？
But Eva and her accomplices would know. Eva could also be lying.
私は夏日姉さんが鍵を取り出している間に確認したわ。レシートが挟み込まれた位置は寸分の1ミリの違いもなく私が挟んだ場所だった。
なぜそんな子供じみたいたずらをされるのか理解できません。大方、私の部屋の扉にいたずらをしたのもあなたでしょう。
夏日さんの部屋の扉？
So whoever Kinzo was in the room, he couldn't have escaped through the door. That's what they are saying right now. But the problem is that he could have just left through the window. And even if he is someone else other than Kinzo, for example Rudolph impersonating Kinzo, then he could have just he could have been in cahoots with Eva and put the receipt back back, and then Eva would say, "Oh, it didn't move any 1 millimeter, even though it moved." Eva could be lying about that.
不愉快な話だったので話しませんでしたが、今朝目が覚めたら扉の外側にあのシャッターの落書きと同じと思われる赤い塗料でいたずらがされていたのです。かきむしったような気持ちの悪い跡で。
なんやその話、なんで今まで黙っとったんや。
申し訳ありません。あの後
Hideyoshi.
立て続けにいろいろと恐ろしいことが起こったため、今の今まで失明していました。
知らないわよそんなの。私がしてるのは姉さんの部屋じゃなくてお父様の部屋の扉の話よ。姉さんがお父様がいるのを確認してから私と一緒に不在を確認するまでの間、あの扉は一度も開かれてないのよ。
Eva could be lying about that.
扉を使わずどうやってお父様は外に出たのかしら。
Through the door and through the window.
そんなことは知りません。私が知りたいくらいです。
夏日姉さんの他にお父さんの在室を確認したのは誰や。
Oh, maybe he's still in there. His corpse. Or maybe the one impersonating him is still there.
昨べ金蔵さんとチェスをしたのが
And
あっ
then
た最
left
後です
after
な。
Natsuhi left. Natsuhi and Eva left.
夕食の直前までご一緒だったはずです。
それより後の時間は誰かおらんのか。
私です。昨夜の晩餐のお世話をしております。
はい、僕とシャノンも一緒でした。
ここまでは間違いなくお父さんも部屋にいたやろな。だがな、夏日姉さん、
Hideyoshi is also pressuring Natsuhi. Fuck me, dude.
不在だった書斎は窓も扉も全て閉め切られた状態だったそうやないか。なのに夏日さんは今朝お父さんに会って話をした言うと。
That was a
私に
fake.
は皆さんが何を険悪になっているのか分かりません。どなたか説明してくださいますか。
We're suspecting that Natsuhi was the one that absconded Kinzo.
父さんと母さんは夏日おばさんが今朝おじい様に会ったというのは嘘だと言っているのかい。
嘘なんかつくもんかよ。母さんは潔白だぜ。なんで嘘なんかつくんだよ。
ジェシカ、言葉遣いを直しなさいといつも言っています。
All at once, everything became confused. From across the parlor table, Auntie Eva and Auntie Natsuhi confronted each other, while George Nikki confronted Jessica. What the hell is going on?
複数の人間の目撃があるのは昨晩までよ。でも今朝以降お父様の姿を見たと称するのは夏日姉さんただ一人。そして私の挟んだレシートが物語る奇妙な
That
事
receipt
実。
could be fake.
さあ、この点と点はどうやれば結べるのかしら。
Auntie Eva urged everyone to work their imaginations. Sure, that receipt could become an important point, but I didn't know what other point I could draw a line towards. That answer Auntie Eva was hoping for was that Auntie Natsuhi had lied to make it seem as if grandfather had been in that room this morning, and Auntie Eva's mere whim had exposed that.
わけわかんねえぜ。なんで母さんが嘘をつかなきゃならないんだよ。その理由がねえじゃねえかよ。
その理由は私も知りたいわよ。でもねジェシカちゃん、お父様の材質を偽る価値が全くないとは限らないのよ。推理小説でもたまに出てくるでしょ。生存時刻を偽ることによって自分のアリバイを偽証するトリックよ。
なんだそりゃ。そんなの聞いたことないぜ。
お父様はまだ見つからないけれど、普通に考えればもう殺されていると考えとなれば必ず近いうちに死体は見つかる。 その時死亡時刻をうまく偽ることができれば、夏日姉さんはアリバイを作ることができるのよ。お父様はまだ見つからないけれど、普通に考えればもう殺されていると考えるのが自然でしょうね。となれば必ず近いうちに死体は見つかる。お父様はまだ見つからないけれど、
I'm still not sure.
普通に考えればもう殺されていると考えるのが自然でしょうね。となれば必ず近いうちに死体は見つかる。
At that time, I stuck this into the door to the study.
わかる？みんな。
This morning, when Aunt Natsuhi went to check if the grandfather was there, she lied, and that he was already dead at that time. And she moved the body to some location and disguised it to make it seem like he had just been killed there. And then she could stay with everyone else to prepare an alibi. Yeah, that's so that theory still falls in shambles. And then she could have said, I heard someone screaming or something, and dash over there and become the first to find the body amongst with everyone else. Is that what Auntie Eva is saying?
バカバカしい。推理小説など所詮は娯楽小説。そんなものばかり読んでいるから、そのような不謹慎な発想に至るのです。
そうだぜ。死亡時刻を少しくらいごまかしたって、そんなの警察が検視すりゃ一発でバレるじゃねえかよ。古典の世界だったらともかく、現代日本でそんなトリック本気で通用すると思ってんのかよ。おかしいぜ。
そうかしら。今朝南條先生が亡くなった人たちの死体を見て、死亡時刻を曖昧に見積もられたわよ。
Everything Nanjo says is a lie.
検視結果は環境や個体差に非常に左右されやすい。数時間単位で誤差の出る非常にアバウトなものなのよ。しかも困ったことに、警察の科学的な捜査は明日にならないとできない。そこまでの正確な死亡時刻を測ることなんて、ジェシカちゃんの言う現代日本でもそうそう簡単なことじゃないのよ。ねえ南條先生。
検視は経験と勘の必要な非常に難しい作業です。
Again, Nanjo comes in with the lies. Fuck Nanjo, man.
誤審率も非常に高いと聞いております。確かにほんの数時間程度の誤差を出してしまうことは大いにあり得るでしょうな。
しかしアリバイの世界は数時間もあれば十分やで。古典のトリックとちゃう、十分に通用するトリックなんや。
They're all dogpiling on Natsuhi because they want to incriminate her.
夏日姉さん、わしらあんたを疑いたいわけやないんやで。
Maybe I'll isolate her and kill her there. They're trying to make Natsuhi give up the gun.
疑いとないから潔白を示してほしいだけなんや。
Fuck,
何の
man.
潔白を示せというのですか。今朝私は確かにお父様にお会いしました。そして心の中に片行くのわしを刻めとお言葉をいただいて、あのお言葉をも否定するというのですか。それだけは断じて許せません。お父様がかけられた言葉までも否定することは断じて許せません。
あるいはお父様の遺体は出てこないのかしら。普通失踪は死亡宣告に7年かかるもの。余命残りわずかなお父様を7年も延命し、その財産を独占するにはなんともうまいやり方じゃない。
聞き捨てなりません。
Okay, fucking kill Eva.
それ以上は聞き捨てがなりません。私は後ろ宮夏この身に片翼のわしをまとう資格はなくとも、 胸の中にしかと刻まれています。当主跡継ぎのクラウスの妻としてその責務を代行する私に向かって何たる暴言。
何？その銃で私を撃つの？いいわよ、撃っちゃえば。
Oh my god! Eva, you're amazing!
どうせ言い逃れも思いつかなくて苦し紛れなんでしょ。やりなさいよ。暴力で真実をごまかしてごらんなさいよ。
It wasn't like Natsuhi had been actually holding that gun and ready and threatening anyone. But after she told to by Auntie Natsuhi, she did hold it at the ready. Unsurprisingly, once things got to this stage, Jessica and Genji-san tried to stop her.
奥様、どうかお気をお静めください。
母さんは嘘なんかついてない。ならこんなの聞き捨てなきゃ。
落ち着いてえな、夏日姉さん。確かにお父さんは部屋にいたと誓ってくれればいいんやで。それだけなのになんでそんなに取り乱しとるんや。
それもそうです。夏日さんは嘘をついていない、それだけのことじゃありませんか。
だから説明してほしいのよ。お父様がどうやって部屋からいなくなったのか。窓は内側からしっかり閉じられていた。扉も同じよ。今朝夏日姉さんが間違いなくお父様に会ったというなら。
But the windows could be explained by a string trick. So the windows are a flimsy excuse actually.
夏日姉さんには開かぬ扉の密室からいかにしてお父様が部屋からいなくなったかを説明してもらわなくちゃ。じゃないと姉さんが嘘つきってことにやっぱりなっちゃうものね。
あなたという人はどこまで私を愚弄すれば。
反論したいならぜひしなさいな。そうね、今すぐこの場で釈明をしてみなさい。そうしたらあなたを疑ったことを謝ってあげてもいいわ。あの書斎の密室からお父様はいかにして抜け出したのか。
そんなこと説明もできませんし不要です。
そうなら私が説明してあげるわよ。私の立場も姉さんの立場もいいとこ取りのとても仲良しな説明なんだから。姉さんの言う今朝の時点でお父様が在室していたことを信じてあげるわよ。でも次に扉が開かれた時にお父様はいなかった。ここまでは依存ないわよね。
あなたの言うことにこれ以上耳を傾ける気はありません。その軽薄な口を慎みなさい。
私の推理はこうよ。扉から姉さんしか出入りしていないことは私が2回確認している。そしてレシートもそれを立証している。
The receipt could be false.
にもかかわらずお父様を部屋から出すパズルの答えは窓よ。窓から出したのよ。夏日姉さんはお父様を3階の書斎の窓から中庭に突き落としたのよ。
Oh my god, that scream!
おのれ
奥様こらえてください。
エヴァ様、どうかおやめくださいませ。
その後中庭に転落して死んだお父様の遺体は夏日姉さんが屋敷内の戸締まりを確認すると言って出て行った時にどこかへ隠したのよ。多分その時に死亡時刻を偽る工作もしたんでしょうね。
クラウス兄さんたちの事件もさらに昨べのビアトリーチェの事件もひっくるめてナスシさんが怪しい可能性が非常に高いっちゅうことだ。本当ならこんなことを言いたくはない。
They're so dogpiling on Natsuhi. Fucking Hideyoshi and Eva. They are the culprits and then they are trying to blame Natsuhi. Fucking mess.
だがもうぶちまけてしまったからには仕方がない。
Look at the intonation on Hideyoshi's voice. He's so lying. He's so bad at lying. Oh my god.
頼むわ夏希姉さん。
Look at the intonation on Hideyoshi's Japanese speak.
どうか自分の無実を説明してくれんか。侍とわしはあんたを疑わなきゃならんのや。
Oh my god, Hideyoshi. You're such a bad culprit. Oh my god.
なぜこの私が後ろ宮夏日がこのような恥ずかしめを。
Don't shoot. Looks like everyone else has said their piece. Yes, Battler. Yes. Come on, Battler. Fuck Eva up.
ダメだな。全然ダメだぜ。エヴァおばさん。
Yeah, fuck Eva.
ダメって何がだよバトラ。
Jessica looked up at me, hanging on my every word. Auntie Eva's expression was composed as always.
全然ダメって何が？バトラ君、聞かせてよ。
一方からしか見られないから、夏日おばさんしかありえないって思い込んじまうのさ。別に夏日おばさんを擁護するわけじゃねえが、そんなハッタリのチェックメイトじゃ通用しねえってことさ。レシートを軸にした推理はまずまずだとは思う。筋は悪くない。だが俺の採点じゃせいぜい65点ってとこだ。これが答案なら居残りで補修ってとこだぜ。
あら、じゃあレシートで封印されている扉をどうやって破ってお父様を失踪させられるというの？
エヴァおばさんの説は確かに面白い。
あら、じゃあレシートで封印されている扉をどうやって破ってお父様を失踪させられるというの？私の説以外に。
そしてその説以外にじい様が失踪できる方法がないって言い切れるなら、最終目撃者である夏日おばさんが黒であると確かに言い切れるだろう。だが夏日おばさんが無実で濡れ衣である可能性が残っている以上、そうだと断言することはできねえ。
ならバトラ君は夏日姉さん以外の誰にお父様を失踪させられたというの？姉さんしかありえないのよ。私のレシートがそれを証明してしまったわ。一度目に書斎に訪れた夏日姉さん、そして二度目に私と訪れるまでの間、書斎は完全に密室で密室開封後には失踪している。これで夏日姉さんが犯人じゃないというなら、どんなトリックがあるっていうの？
だから65点なんだよ、エヴァおばさん。じゃあここでチェス盤をひっくり返すぜ。どうやって外部からじい様を失踪させるかじゃない。どうやって内部からじい様が失踪するかって考えるんだ。扉にはレシートが挟まれていたから使用されていない。窓も出ることはできても外側からは施錠できず、しかもエヴァおばさんは書斎を訪れた時に窓の施錠を確認している。だから窓も使用されていない。その時点では確かに書斎は密室だった。これは認めるしかない。
So you're saying that Kinzo was in the room?
だがしかし書斎は永遠に密室だったわけじゃない。レシートの封印さえ解かれれば扉は使用可能になり脱出可能になる。
Or it could be that the receipt is also known by the Kinzo that was inside, and he put it back where it was, and then Eva lied about being in the height that she set.
つまり夏日おばさんがどうやってじい様を失踪させたかじゃない。どうやってじい様は書斎を脱出したのかって考えるんだよ。じい様の書斎はただの書斎じゃねえんだよな。源氏さんの話じゃトイレからキッチン、ベッドルームまであるちょいとした家並みじゃねえか。例えばベッドの下にでも潜って隠れたらおばさんたちは部屋からいなくなったと思い込めるぜ。エヴァおばさんもそこまで調べてきたわけじゃねえだろ。そして おばさんたちは失踪したと思い開花へ戻る。この時レシートはもうない。つまりじいさまは密室である間は部屋に隠れ続け、エヴァおばさんたちをやり過ごした後に部屋から脱出することでこの密室を破ることができる。
何よそれ。どうしてお父様がそんな妙なことをして部屋を抜け出さなきゃならないの？
Because it wasn't Kinzo anymore. It was something that dressed as Kinzo.
口頭無形にも程があるわよ。
ああ、口頭無形かもな。だがそれでも夏日おばさんが濡れ衣かもしれない可能性は示してる。エヴァおばさんのレシートは完璧じゃねえ。チェスで言えばチェックくらいにはなったろ。だがチェックメイトじゃねえ。そして俺が最高に気に入らねえのは、それを夏日おばさんに釈明しろと迫って、それができなきゃ黒だって断定しようとしたエヴァおばさんのその論法さ。それがまかり通るってんだな。この後ろ宮バトラー、ここでもう一回チェス盤をひっくり返させてもらおうじゃねえか。エヴァおばさん、あんたの論法によるならよ、あんたと秀吉おじさんが昨日親父たち6人を殺害してからのこのことゲストハウスに帰ったんじゃないってことをこの夏日おばさんに釈明を強いたんだ。エヴァおばさん、あんたの論法によるならよ、あんたと秀吉おじさんが昨日親父たち6人を殺害してからのこのことゲストハウスに帰ったんじゃないってことを、あんたにはもちろん自身の潔白を釈明できるんだろうな。じいさまの遺産が全部転がり込むエヴァおばさんよ。
そうだぜ。エヴァおばさんだって十分怪しいじゃねえかよ。母さんがじいさまの最終目撃者だから怪しいって言うなら、エヴァおばさんだって父さんたちの最終目撃者じゃないか。バトラの言う通りだぜ。自分たちは殺してないってことを証明してみせろよ。
僕もお母さんの推理は少し勇み足だと思うな。レシートの件は確かに重要なヒントだと思う。でもそれはバトラ君の言う通り、夏日おばさんが何がしかの犯人であることを断定できるものじゃない。僕たちは等しく全員が容疑者なんだ。
Oh, George is trying to smooth things over so Eva doesn't get suspected.
夏日おばさんだけが責められる道理はない。
誇り高きお父様が床に這いつくばってベッドの下
That
に。
wasn't Kinzo.
そんなざれ言で説明がつくと思って。
He was wildly different.
それならエヴァおばさんが先に説明しろよ。6人を誰がどうやって殺して、そして自分が関わっていないという証拠を示してみろってんだ。
Shit. Oh, she has bronchitis, right? Shit.
お嬢様、お嬢様。
Jessica suddenly started coughing. At first I thought she was just choking after yelling it too loud, but it seemed to be lasting too long for that, and she really looked like she was suffering. Jessica kept coughing and choking down on her hands and knees.
ジェシカ、しっかり。なんじゃ先生。
ジェシカさん、吸入器を早く。私が持ってきているのがあります。
Dr. Nanjo pulled out a bronchodilator inhaler from his own bag, which was lying on the sofa, and handed it to Ken-kun. Come to think of it, 6 years ago, didn't Jessica sometimes break into violent coughing and have to use that? But 6 years ago, I never saw Jessica look like she was in this much pain.
兄貴、ジェシカってこんなに喘息ひどかったっけ？
ここ数年でだいぶ悪くなったんだよ。大丈夫な時はいいんだけどね、突然発作が来ると咳が止まらなくなるんだよ。
I got a really bad respiratory disease back in 2017, and it was really, really bad. I vomited everything as I coughed. I would I would have lunch, then break out in a series of coughs, then go to the bathroom and vomit everything out because I was coughing so fucking hard.
お嬢様、お薬です。さあ。
Taking the inhaler from Kenakun, Jessica used it with a practice hand. For a while, it looked like her throat was still feeling itchy, but it gradually settled down.
大丈夫かよ、ジェシカ。びっくりしたぜ。
大したことねえよ。心配すんじゃねえぜ。
Beads of sweat covered Jessica's whole body, and she couldn't hide her rough breathing. But it looked like her sudden attacks had calmed down for now. This disturbance had left the room's hostile atmosphere in an awkward, unsettled state. But that was fine. There was absolutely no need to be driving up everyone's suspicions of each other. When you think about it, even probing at each other's alibi and searching for the killer were probably completely unnecessary. Nope, it's not. The killer intends to kill everybody before the police arrives. After all, we're just powerless, ordinary people. And when the police come tomorrow, they'll definitely employ cutting-edge techniques and investigate the case thoroughly. Solve all the riddles and arrest the killer. It's not going to happen.
確かにバトラ君の言う通りかしら。夏日姉さんが疑わしいように、私たちも疑わしさを拭えていない。それを今議論し合うのは確かに不毛ね。明日警察に全てを任せれば済むだけの話よ。でもバトラ君だって知りたいんじゃないの？犯人を。大切な人を失った痛みを思い知らせてやるために1秒でも早く知りたいんじゃない？
それは否定しないです。これだけの上等を決めてくれやがった野郎を。たとえ一日であったとしても、のさばらしたくはない。でも、だからといって、18人の中の誰かを疑いたくはない。さっきはああ言ったが、俺は、エヴァおばさんだって疑いたくない。俺にとってのエヴァおばさんは、茶目っ気があって、いつも楽しくさせてくれる最高のおばさんだ。そんなおばさんと、こんな罵り合いはしたくねえ。ここにいる誰だって、そんなことは望んでねえはずさ。だろ、みんな。
バトラ君に同じ。
Battler is so fucking charismatic.
意味のない罵り合いだね。多分、これだけの人数が朝から一ところにずっと集まってるから。
でしょうな。
バトラ君に同じ。意味のない罵り合いだね。多分、これだけの人数が朝から一ところにずっと集まってるから、みんなストレスが溜まってるんだよ。
無理もないことです。言ってできるものではありませんが、なるべく皆さんリラックスしましょう。
エヴァ、わしらも頭を冷やすべきとちゃうか。レシートの件は確かにお父さんの失踪を探る上で重要な手がかりになると思うで。警察が来たら話すといいやろ。
Oh shit.
そうね。そう。レシートの一件で、つい鬼の首を取ったような気持ちになっちゃったのね。確かに夏日姉さんだけを疑うのはフェアじゃないわ。私たちだって等しく疑わしい。でもね、バトラ君。レシートの話だけは本当よ。これ、忘れないでね。
It's a lie. I'm sorry. The receipt is a lie. If she's telling that it's real, then it's a complete lie.
そしてこれがどういう意味を持つか、もう一度よく考えてみてね。
Auntie Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi stood up. Looked like they planned on leaving the parlor.
結局私たちはこんな推理ごっこしても意味はないのよ。 だってどうせ警察が全て明かしてくれるんですもの。
No. That's right. Even if you don't play the detective game, when the typhoon passes and those lovely seagulls return to the harbor, everything will settle itself. Yes, if you think about it, this kind of crime is completely trivial. It will definitely be resolved, even if we do nothing. When the seagulls cry. The seagulls
こ
cry.
れ以上
Umineko.
夏日姉さんも私の顔を見ていたくはないでしょ。私も同じよ。確か姉さんは昨日ゲストハウスに帰らなくて済むようにって客室を用意してくれたのよね。あそこはバスもトイレもあるし、鍵もチェーンもかかる。横になれるベッドもあるし、主人もマリアちゃんとチャンネル争いをせずにテレビを見ることができるわ。
お好きになさるといいでしょう。でもくれぐれも用心を。
ありがとう姉さん。
Put furniture on the door as a safe precaution, and close the windows with.
そして余計なお世話よ。姉さんはみんなの監視をよろしくね。犯人はこの中に必ずいるんだから。そして姉さんも自分が監視をされていることをお忘れなく。
捨て台詞はそれで十分ですか？
十分よ。じゃあね夏日姉さん。源氏さん、夕食になったら呼んでね。それまでチェーンをかけて閉じこもってるわ。
源氏、カノ、お二人を客室までお送りを。
結構よ。送り狼なんて嫌だもの。むしろ私たちが部屋に行くまで誰もこの部屋を出ないでくれる方が安心よ。ジョージ行くわよ。
僕はここでみんなといるよ。
ジョージ、この部屋に犯人がいるのよ。そんなところにいるつもり？
この部屋を出るということは親族の誰かを疑うのと同じことだよ。僕はあんな恐ろしいことができる人間が親族にいるなんて信じない。
ジョージ、あなたからも言ってやってよ。
ジョージももう一人前の男や。そのジョージの仁義がこの部屋から出えへん言わせるならそれも勝手やろ。好きにさせたれ。
父さん。
Once Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi left, the only voice that called after them was the sound of rain. So Eva and Hideyoshi are going to be in a room with a locked and chain. Shit. Are they not the culprits? Are they the ones that are going to die next? The Epitaph says that it's going to rip apart the two that are closed. And Hideyoshi and Eva are married. Shit, fuck me. The parlor was being buried beneath the savage atmosphere. When I look at the clock, I was surprised to find it was already evening. Had we really spent that much time worrying, talking, fighting about such needless things? Feeling bored, I started clawing my head when Maria and I made eye contact. Since I had thought she was completely immersed in the TV, I was a little surprised.
今なら信じるぜ。手紙も殺人もすべてベアトリーチェの仕業だ。いや、むしろ頼むからそうだと名乗り出てほしいぜ。19人目の仕業ってことにさせてくれ。じゃなきゃ俺たち18人はいつまでも互いを疑い合わなくちゃならねえ。これなら19人目の存在を信じる方がマシさ。扉も窓も開けずにじいさまを外へ連れ出すなんて。ベアトリーチェならお茶の子さいさいなんだろう。
Maria, after taking a single short breath, hung her head and then raised her face again.
そうだよ。マ 魔女の前に扉の鍵なんて何の役にも立たないんだよ。ベアトリーチェは72柱の全てに精通する。33位のガープは望む相手を望む場所へ瞬時に運ぶ力を与えるし。
Fuck, is there really a magic system in this visual novel?
彼女にとってどのような密室に閉じこもった人間だろうと連れ出すことは難しいことでも何でもないんだよ。
魔女はすげえな。頼むから、もしまだ事件を起こす気なら絶対俺に19人目を、いや魔女の存在を信じさせてくれよ。魔女はすげえな。頼むから、もしまだ事件を起こす気なら絶対に人間には無理なことをして俺に19人目を、いや魔女の存在を信じさせてくれよ。
いいよ、あったら伝えておくよ。
Fucking shit. Damn it. Don't even understand my own thoughts anymore. When I'm led to believe that a 19th person, I deny it. And when I'm led to believe that there are only 18 people, I deny that too. Even though I wish there was more than just the 18 people here, I can't accept the existence of that 19th person. In short, even though there are more than 18 people, there are less than 19. The number of people in this mansion is 19. X is smaller than 19 and greater than 18. So the number of people can't be represented by an integer. However, it's impossible for there to be anything after the decimal point. You shouldn't be able to represent the number of people with anything but an integer. And yet, x is smaller than 19 and greater than 18. Why does the fraction less than 1 play into this? It's no wonder that 19th person is an invisible being that can't be seen. That's why in the integer representation that must be used to describe numbers of people, she can't be seen. That which cannot be seen. Because Beatrice has no body. Therefore, she is invisible. Battler doesn't want to doubt the 18 people here. Or I guess now it's 13 people. Oh no, it's 12 people actually. Sorry. Is there a 19th person or not? Does the witch exist or not? 19. Oh, X is smaller than 19, greater than 18. The witch exists somewhere in that X. Man, this chapter was really, really intense. Shit. Guess next episode we're going to see another murder. Then let's go to the characters before I get tired again. So starting with the biggest leap, I guess. Battler, first place. Finally overthrowing Maria. That doesn't mean Maria is bad or anything. She was amazing this episode as well. But Battler just jumped a lot for some reason. Maria next. She actually rose, but Battler just leaped across the room. Then Maria, she was amazing this episode. I fucking love her split personality, whatever. I love everything, her voice actor, everything she represents in the story right now. Then Natsuhi was immense. I love the focus on her. Eva as well. Both women both of the siblings are fucking great. Both of these women are excellent. Natsuhi still staying as best girl. Eva not that far behind actually. For some god reason she's so good. I don't know. Next, here we drop a little. So these are all incredibly amazing characters right here. Now let's drop a rank actually with Jessica. Jessica was great this episode, and we got a little more development on her. The way that she leaped to protect her mother from Eva was amazing, and I wish we had more right now. There's a lot to like here, but not as amazing as Battler, Maria, Natsuhi, and Eva. If there was a ranking of S, A, then these four would be S's, and she would be the start of A, and the end of A would be Canon. Canon is not much from him, but I still love his design, I love his voice, I love how edgy he is. He was quite a little bit creepy this episode in the beginning. I think he's involved in the murders. I don't know. They're all trying to say that it was Beatrice or whatever, but I think that's just misdirecting. Should I speak about the dead characters? Actually, I don't think so. Let's go with the alive characters. If we could put the dead characters in, then Battler, Maria, Natsuhi, Eva, Rudolph, Kyrie are in the top of S. Starting A, Rosa, Jessica, Canon. A, finished. Start of B would be Shannon, Kumasawa. That's it. Star and Genji, actually. These three are in the B. Starting with C would be Kinzo and Nanjo, and E would be George and Goda. I'm still fucking furious with George, and he's done nothing. He's done nothing to improve his image right now. Yeah. He's too much of a nice guy for me to like. I don't know. And that's it, I guess. George is at the bottom. Kinzo actually, or the fake Kinzo, I don't know. So I guess next episode we'll see two people dying. So I guess the two right now they're building up to Eva and Hideyoshi being killed. I thought those two were the culprits, but either they're very good liars or there's something going on. One of the siblings might still be alive, these three. One of them could be alive, or all of them could be alive. Cross is dead. Goda is dead. Cannon's dead. Maybe Goda is alive, but Shannon's dead. So, who could be the two? Eva, Hideyoshi. It's building up to that. However, Eva and George and Hideyoshi and George could still be an option. Natsuhi and Jessica, two are close. Right now I'm getting the feeling that Battler and Maria are going to stick together, but I don't think that Battler or Maria are going to die until the end. Maria, I think she will die towards the end, and Battler is going to survive. Right now, who could be removed from the story? George could be removed. But if Eva and Hideyoshi are removed, then all these weak characters remain. I guess these are the next sacrifices, I guess. These three. Then Canon, Maria, Battler will remain. Canon needs more screen time to get up the rankings, and I think that he can be amazing. Hideyoshi can die, can just go. He does nothing actually. Eva, it would be a shame if she would die. She's so good. Natsuhi though, please survive. Now she's going to die, isn't she? Not now, but maybe later. She's definitely going to die. She's holding the gun. So, thinking that she's going to go into the dark night. Jessica, it's a toss-up. George, I could see him dying as well. Jessica's a toss-up because she has main character potential. Maria and Battler are the most important characters right now, I guess. Maria because of her connection with Beatrice. Battler because he's the main character and acting as the detective, I guess. The people who can go: Nanjo, Kumasawa, Genji, Kenon. He's main character potential as well, so you can see him surviving. However, the culprit intends to kill everybody, so I don't know. Kinzo, yeah, I think he's already dead. Not sure. I don't see him being the culprit. He's too lame to be the culprit, so I don't think that's the answer. Rosa could be an amazing antagonist, though. Could be an amazing culprit if she is. Rudolph as well. If Rudolph is the one killing everyone, then holy shit. That would drive Battler up the wall. Kyrie could be also. She has quite the edgy dress, so I could see her being like a spy or something. Yeah, she could be an amazing antagonist as well. I don't see Natsuhi being the culprit. She's too earnest. I think they are trying to pin the blame on her, and it's working. Eva, amazing as well. But it all tells me that she's going to go maybe fake her own death. Maybe she could fake her own death as well. She's the one to die next. Who knows? All I know right now is that I know nothing. Shit. Maria. She was amazing in this chapter. But she was dethroned by Battler, who was incredible. He leaped. He fucking leaped. Keep being amazing, Battler. And Maria as well. Keep being amazing. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this episode and be prepared for the next, because we're going to see more and more people dying, I think. And it's going to be amazing. People can't wait for the police. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. This is not how horror games go.